What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Andy the Middle-Aged Gamer, and this is the Maruyama MP9 gas blowback unboxing video. Now as always, let's stick the usual disclosures on screen, and as it's been a while, let's jump right in. Okay, first off the bat, I want to thank each and every one of you for your kind and supporting messages throughout this tough time. Having a stroke is not fun, and the recovery was very painful and a lot of work. So a huge thank you for everyone who did that, because those comments got me through it, and I really appreciate you guys. So thank you. Okay, so while I unbox this, let's give you guys a quick bullet point history of the MP9 in Airsoft, shall we? All right, so we all know that KWA were the first to bring the MP9 to market. They secured a license from ASG, or Action Sport Games at the time, who had the licenses to the MP9. On top of that, they then went on after its success with their MP9 to produce the TP9. The TP9 being the civilian version of the MP9, and basically had a, what I think is nicer option of a Picatinny rail at the bottom for your front grip, but if you don't like that, that's fine. Everyone can have their own opinions. But yeah, they basically did an absolute astounding job with both, and that's great. But yeah, it wouldn't be soon after that success that ASG started an argument over rights and so on with KWA, and basically that forced KWA to at first to stop production before resuming with removing the markings, and that went on for ages. Now, ASG no longer hold those rights. ASG no longer have anything to do with the MP9. That's great. That's all gone back to the original company, B&T themselves. And now you have B&T Air, which is the airsoft version of their company, allowing them to license out the rights to different manufacturers like Archwick and things like that. Now, after the MP9 from KWA, we got a clone internally of the KWA MP9, but externally it's more Call of Duty from Vorsk, and that was with the VMP1. You've seen it on this channel, and it was an amazing gun, absolutely awesome, did everything that it was meant to do, and I was absolutely impressed with it. But, like everything, there is a price to pay, let's say. And so that was great, but it was in 2024 at the MOE Expo that I got really excited, because I saw Maruyama were going to be doing an MP9. And not just any MP9, they were doing the new Gen 2. Now, of course, what that means for you and me is that we're getting the latest updated version. And what was surprising is Carl Brugger had only just done an interview with TFB TV around about 2-3 months prior to that announcement from Maruyama, so that was really quick. There we go. Now let's yeet that out the way. So yes, so since then I've been excited, and now over the nearly 1 year since its announcement, this has gone through a few iterational designs internally with the bolt carrier and that. I do know that, and that's kind of cool. I do like to say the jewel and all that on there. We'll see if that's true or not. But yeah, it's been one of those that they've made a few changes as I smack my camera again. But yeah, this looks absolutely awesome already. I mean, come on guys. Well presented. Definitely. Now, for those of you who don't know who Maruyama are a design company based out of Japan, allegedly, but are OEM'd by VFC. So what you're going to get today is a VFC product regardless, and that is awesome. Now, let's take a look at this awesome piece of kit. So we unbox here. Okay. Deep breath. Wow. Wow. Now, of course, speed loader, usual. That's awesome. Allen key for the hop. This does feature a few cool upgrades over the KWA. We'll get into that, but let's start. Yeah, we'll go with that. So, when you buy this, this is what they call the DX version of it. So, it does come with everything out of the box. You don't have to buy anything but BBs and gas. So, yes, you do get the nice suppressor. And This is not a real suppressor, but yeah, nice mock one. And as you can see, it's threaded on the base. That basically means you can put whatever tracer unit, and that's actually quite a substantial space there. So, be interesting to know which ones fit and which don't, but I would suggest that that fits a lot. And you got your ratchet system right there, which you have to put your finger in to undo. Wow. Okay, that's brilliant. I do like that. Of course, I ordered an extra mag with mine, so when you get yours, you'll only have one. These are the latest Pro Mags, polymer shell on the outside. Internally, it's a aluminium tank, so it's lightweight. Okay, you do get your BBs here. You'll see your rounds here, but you do get the mock round count around the side, which is kind of nice. I do like that look. If you don't like it, you can disassemble it and pull these cards out. If you just want a black mag, that's fine. Fill valve at the bottom. They hold 45 rounds. That's really good. That's one. And of course, like I say, I ordered an extra one, so that's cool. There you go, exact. Now these are not bad. They retail here in the UK for about 50 quid if you buy them, but if you buy them abroad, they're around about 25, 30 quid, depending on where you go. And here we go. The pied de resistance, as they say. The gun itself. So it's again, Action Airsoft do a good job at protecting everything and wrap everything up. Feels like it's a birthday present. Wow. I mean, come on, guys. Hop adjustment little sticker on there. That's cool. That's nice. So, of course, your mag release is here. And it is ambidextrous right out the box, just like the Gen 2. So you can push it in this side or you can push it in that side to release, which is really good. Now just pull on your stock, locks in. There is zero wobble or play on the stop. That's good. They have made some changes. If you watch some of the early previews, they had a mock extractor there, which is now right there. And it is just fixed in place, but it does have a spring in that. That's nice. That is a nice short travel. If I flick it to fire. Nice light take up. And not a bad break. You're looking about £3 to break it, which is not bad. Now, of course, safe is up, semi, and all the way around to fun mode. Now, this being Maruyama, you don't get the markings. Am I bothered about that? Not really, because this is awesome. And, of course, like I say, this is the Gen 2. The original one had a cross safety on here and selector. So middle would be safe. Over to the right side of the gun would have been fun mode, and if you push it over the other way, it's semi-auto, if I remember rightly. It could be reversed. But I like that. You get a nice little peep sight at the top. Of course, your front post. Nice Picatinny rail on the right. Again, part of your disassembly and the retaining for this. There is a button here on the bottom here. You can push that. That's a long travel button all the way, then flick it, and it will lock in. So you can run it as a pistol, Kimbo, that's going to be awesome. Very little rattle, that's nice. And of course, you do have your manual bolt hold open right here and release, which is awesome. And of course, this side is much larger than the other side. And in fact, I tell you, there is one mark in there, MP9. Oh. That's nice. So, this has got to get aligned. We'll get this sorted. We'll put this on. And we'll take a good look at what this looks like fully done. Wow, that looks absolutely amazing. Stick an optic on that. That's going to be amazing. All right, let's get these mags filled up with some BBs and gas, and let's take it outside for a proof of function test. Okay, if you've gotten this far in the video and you like what you see but you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. While you're there, hit that notification bell and like button, because doing all that really does help this channel out a huge amount. It's completely free and you really do help me feed my family, so a huge thank you for doing that. Okay, wow. Full disclosure, I recorded the shooting segment twice, back to back, both with full mags each time, and I do notice that the first mag, unbelievable, snappy as anything. Second mag, still snappy as anything on semi-auto, but when you start going into the fun mode, you do see a lot of gas and all that as it gets cold. That's just the nature of airsoft and gas blowbacks. In general, as the magazine gets cold on its second fill of BBs, you generally do start to see that. But oh my god, is the best way I can call it. This retails for £350 in the UK. I didn't get mine in the UK. As you can tell, I got mine from the awesome people at Action Airsoft. They are amazing, and it was slightly cheaper doing it myself. Had to wait a couple of weeks, but that was fine. But you can get it if you want it here in the UK. $350 with the suppressor and one magazine is an absolute steal of a price. This, to me, Maruyama looks like they've hit it out the actual ballpark. This is going to be another big hit, and it's bringing the MP9 back onto the playing field again in those CQB arenas. Wow. I'm just so excited. I can't wait to see what this thing can do in the arena itself, and I can't wait to get this review underway. So, as always, one little last look at this thing. Absolutely amazing. But you can see in there, it does actually have, you won't be able to see it from here, but it does have the blue booking from VSE. But wow. I love the attention to detail, the nice reset there, so you can put a back end of a bullet in there and yank out any, I would say, stuck rounds, or if you need to cock it, something breaks or what have you. That is just awesome. And I do like that Maruyama have got a lot of aftermarket parts already. Charging handle aluminium, flared magwell, single flat trigger without the dingus, you know, so, or the inertial safety, whatever you want to call it. But generally, this is just amazing. Just brilliant. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, I've been Andy, the Middle-Aged Gamer. You guys have been amazing, and it's good to be back, so I will see you in the next video.